What's up, guys? Here is Victor. I'm the singer and guitar player from Pentral, and you are watching Over Music. So, giving the band a name is the first challenge, and it's not easy nowadays because you have so many great acts out there performing amazing songs and with so many different names. But Pentral, which in Latin means spirit, soul, it kind of synthesizes the writing process of the songs, the inspiration where the songs come from. So everything I do, as for the writing process, as for the arrangements, when I'm working with the other guys, my brother, who is the drummer, and the bass player, Joe, is pretty intuitive, you know? And I believe that we do have some sort of message to pass to the people, not specifically our band, but everyone that comes to this world has this kind of assignment to do something different. This is what I believe, and this is the main reason why I chose Pentral. And I think it sounds good, it's a good name, and it's completely connected with the kind of message we are trying to express through the songs. What lies ahead of us is our debut album. It has 10 songs, and these particular songs were written like many years ago. I would say that when it comes to music, when it comes to art, you cannot do it so fast in a way that you cannot have the perfect control over the elements. You have to think over, you have to think once, twice, how many times you can, and you have to take your time to think and rethink about what you're doing. And as for these songs, it has been not different. So I construct and reconstruct these songs so many times, and as for the writing process, I would say that these are the first songs that were written years ago, to kind of introduce the universally of our music to the public. So as for the recording, at first I tried to make some kind of pre-production. So Wagner, who is the drummer, he worked on tracking the drums at his home. I've done the same with the vocals and the guitar and the bass guitar that was played by Joe here in my home, because I have a home studio. It was not the best songs, the best sounds we could get from this, but it was the first try to give a shape to the ideas. And then we start really to record the songs back in September and October of 2020 in São Paulo, a great studio, Na Cena recording studio, and we do have some assistant engineers and 2 engineers who help us a lot, and everything else was done remotely, and I think at the end of the day it works out fine. I would say that what lies ahead of us is a question that is haunting everyone's minds out there. All over the world, we are very concerned about what is going to happen with the future generations and with our lives because of the climate changes and all this stuff that is happening right now, and the political issues and poverty and all this stuff. So it's more of an interrogation. What lies ahead of us? As for the concept of the cover art, you can find all the elements that are present in the songs and the cover art. We've been fortunate enough to work with Hy Tyler, which is an amazing Canadian artist who has worked with some other great names before our album, and we're very happy that she has accepted to work with us. And as for the cover art, you can find the sun, the red sun at the top. It's connected with the song Aiming for the Sun. It's Brad because he's expressing the blood of the characters through the story, and you find a family who is the couple, the guy and the girl, and then just in the middle the kid who is the gift from God, which is one of the other songs, and you see the forest and the portal and the gate that kind of transport the characters from one world to another, and this is present through the songs, and throughout the music videos as well. And you can find the smoke coming from the bottom of the forest, and it's connected with the song called Silent Trees. So the cover art was deliberately made intentionally to express all the ideas that are present in the songs. It's not properly an Easter egg, but it's just a way to make the listener stay a little bit, look to the cover art and reflect about what the songs are about. So the lyrics follow the order of the story that is portrayed throughout the songs. So it talks about racism, about environment issues, about hunger, about selfishness, about suffering, humanity, and all this stuff. So I just try to express through the lyrics the story behind the characters. So what they are living, what they are afraid of, and what the human being is about. I'm not trying to sound pretentious, but I do believe that a good song is something else than some good riffs, some good chords, a good melody, and a good harmony. You have to find a point that attracts, that grab the attention of people, like what are these guys talking about, what they are bringing to the game, to the music, beyond the music itself. It's just like movie, just like books or any kind of art. I do believe that you have to use it like a way to bring consciousness to the people and make them aware of what is happening right now. Absolutely, this was a huge challenge. As a matter of fact, we were thinking at the first place like just to play in live. We didn't have the intention to make an album like on 2020, specifically because we were just thinking, hey guys, let's just put up a concert, a live concert, and that's it. Then we just are going to fill the public, the audience we can get, and then we can think about recording the debut album. But then the pandemic came out and we had to change our plans, and the only option we had back in the day was recording an album. It ends up being a good idea because I believe that what lies ahead of us, it kinds of express a good palette of songs that synthesize the Pentral's music. So it was hard. We were something like 8 people inside the studio in São Paulo, and we had to use face masks. We had to take care with ourselves, like not to be infected and all this stuff, and the social distancing. Back in the day, there weren't vaccines available to be applied to people, so I would say that we weren't afraid of recording, but we had to take care. This hasn't affected the writing process of the songs in any way because they were made way before. But I would say that we did have some tension in the air when we were recording this album, but at the end everything works out fine. We'll no longer be You're right. So what are this speech? This is a good one. Lots of stories to share with the guys. Even though Pentral is a new band, like we've been together 3 years in a row, but before Pentral we had so many bands and we had so many experiences on stage. I could say doses of this experience, but I can remember right now at one concert where I was so excited to get into the stage. Then the guys, back in the day I was just a singer. I wasn't able to play guitar and sing at the same time. So I was just waiting for my time to get in the stage. And the guys were already playing, and they were playing instrumental section of some sort of song that I can't remember of right now. And then when I get to the stage, when I finally get to the stage and I enter the stage, I just tread on the wires, on the cords that were on the floor, and I just cut off the signal of all the gear on the stage. Then the sound just stopped. The guys look at me and say, "Hey Victor, what the fuck have you done, man? We don't have sound anymore." So we just have to stop the live concert and reconnect everything, and some chords just were damaged. We had to change, and this has caused some sort of delay on the live performance. And the guys, they just hate me at the very moment. And another story is like just forgetting the lyrics. I believe this is one of the worst nightmare a musician can have on the stage. Like just forget the part of the song you're playing, or just forget the lyrics. Actually, we have the technology, we have the teleprompter, we have the iPads that we can use nowadays to see the lyrics, but you have to concentrate on what you are doing, otherwise you can be in big trouble on stage. I would say that myself, Joe, which is the bass player, Wagner, the drummer, we have different musical backgrounds. Wagner is a guy more towards jazz music, more towards Brazilian music, more towards contemporary jazz and all this stuff, but he loves rock music, he loves progressive rock and hard rock and even metal music as well. Joe is a guy more focused on metal music, probably, like he likes extreme metal, like Cannibal Corpse, Slayer, like Obituary, like death metal and thrash metal bands, but he has a great mindset for music as well. I'm the guy who writes the songs, who writes the lyrics, but I try to get all this stuff that comes from the other guys and try to express a package that synthesizes all this stuff. So I love all the power trios from rock and roll, from the history of rock, like The Police, like Motorhead, like Rush, and the progressive bands like Yes, like Pink Floyd, Genesis, and so many big acts, and even the metal bands or that bands that kinds of stay in between, like Living Colour, Faith No More, and even Metallica, and even Iron Maiden, the new wave of British heavy metal. Yeah, we had some huge influences from all these guys, but I believe that no matter what influences you have collected through your life, you have to think when you're going to write music and try to find out something that is pretty unique, that it's really have your signature, that really sounds like your truth, your inner truth. I think this is the most important thing. Amongst us, Wagner, who is the drummer, he's the guy who can perfectly read partiture. He is the guy who understands how the time signatures work, and this causes some sort of tension in the band. Like he tries to bring everything we do to the maths, you know, like to mathematics, like trying to put on the grid and put on the right time, put on the beat, which is a good thing actually. Joe is a guy who has as well some musical background, like some understanding of music theory. And I would say that for myself, it's the same. And I try to find, when I'm going to write music, the balance. I believe this is the best thing. You do need to understand some level of music theory, or you're going to be in trouble, because it's the best way to find a unique sound if you do know at least a little of music theory, trying to match a chord, a guitar chord with another chord, trying to find the pitch, trying to find the right time and the intervals and all this stuff. As for the guitars, for the bass guitar, and even for the vocal, I've been singing for many years, and I've been studying some techniques like to be able to play one night after other and trying to use my voice in a way that I'm not going to lose my voice. So for everyone who loves music and want to make music, you do have to study some sort of music theory, and besides that, you do have to use your feelings, your heart, to write good music. I love music and I love movies, I love cinema. Every piece of song was written thinking about an image. Then the first step right after the debut album has been recorded was looking for a good director, good guys to work with who could give us support to make this real. And I believe that the final outcome was very good. And then all the music videos were recorded with not so much money because I didn't have a lot of money to spend on it. But with creativity and a huge effort from the team that was involved in making these movies, this piece of movies, these music videos, I believe that they were good at the end of the day. Everything was recorded just right here in our hometown, which is Belém, North Brazil, with not so big budget, but with good actors, with a good team giving us support. And it was recorded in December of 2020. I believe we've been creative enough to construct the characters and to construct the ambience, and the storytelling was quite interesting. And Silent Trees is the beginning of the story, trying to show the characters getting to know each other and live in the forest on the peace. Hardly can anticipate what's going on after this. And then Aiming for the Sun, it's a more aggressive song. So the music video is a kind of more dramatic, and the characters are trying to run away from the threat that comes from the forest. And then as for the Shaman Living In, it's a more, I would say, harsh cinematic music video, because we're trying to express the suffering of the characters living in the town, living in the city, and fighting to survive, starving, and facing the selfishness and indifference from the people. And A Gift from God, it's a little bit different from the others because it's the acoustic ballad, so it's more towards love and a relationship between the mother and her kid. Even though the first plan was to shoot just 5 music videos at most, we just changed our minds as the pandemic was still going strong, so we weren't able to perform live, and then we recorded 10 music videos. So for each one of the songs on the album, you will find a music video to try to connect with people that are out there waiting for our performance, our live performance, what we are planning to do anytime soon. Well, rock music, it doesn't exist without a live performance. So for every band, I believe the most precious way of connect with your audience is by performing live. So we are planning to do it as quick as we can, wherever are people interested in listening to our songs, so we are eager to do it, and this is the first step to be taken, make live performance, and we are planning to tour as fast as we can. Right after that, we are planning to record a second album, which should be available next year. Right now, we've been recorded 5 songs. We are going to mix through the next months, so people should expect new songs from Pentral, like between May or June or even July. And I hope everyone likes and digs it, because we are really excited with the new songs that are been planning for the second album, and we are ready to go. So thanks to Over Music for the amazing opportunity to share some thoughts and some projects for the close future with our fans, with our public. We are really excited to get together with you guys and put out some crazy performance out there and bring some new songs and make us live better and make us happy. Muchas gracias a todos los amigos de México, de Argentina, de Chile, Uruguay, Paraguay, Colombia, Perú, Venezuela, Bolivia. Nosotros estamos muy alegres, muy contentos con la posibilidad de compartir con ustedes nuestra música, nuestra arte. Nosotros estamos listos, ansiosos para poner algunas de nuestras performances y compartir nuestras experiencias. Nosotros esperamos encontrar con ustedes lo más breve posible. Muchas gracias. Abrazos.